evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for coming to the 2014 May graduation.
For those who are not here today, the school's IT department has set up a live feed.
Hi, Daddy.
Which is currently running on the school's YouTube channel.
Woo! As this graduating year's vote of thanks speakers, we would like to first off thank all the parents who came here today to celebrate their children's achievements. Thank you most especially for standing by us throughout our lives, for standing by us as we struggle to stand, for lifting us up as we fell, and for being here now as we begin our journey.
We wouldn't make it this far without you.
We would like to thank Mr. Chan, Mr. Rambaran, and Mr. Putt for striving and succeeding in making Columbia International College the best it can be and always seeking to further improve the school. We truly appreciate everything that is done for us and all the work that is put into all the sectors of the school.
We are honored to stand before you all, and this marks the end of a journey through high school. Some of you may look back on the past few years with feelings of indifference, recalling the long nights spent in the study rooms,
the lunchtime spent on the bleachers cheering on our fabulous basketball team, and also the desperate time spent wishing for Indomie to subdue the midnight hunger pangs.
Oh, speaking of food, Elisa, what's your favorite meal at CIC?
It would have to be the butter chicken at Oak Residence, I think. What about you, Henry?
Well, my favorite food might be the noodle ball at Oak Hall as well. Thank you, Sodexo, for catering to us regularly. That is something we will definitely miss in university.
Walking through the hallways, one feels a sense of equality. All of us being international students, we're in the same boat. Each of us going through our own struggles, different from everyone else. I'm here to tell you that it's the same difference. Life may leave you bitter, but together we can at least make it bittersweet and hope it gets better.
The academic office, the guidance office, EPO, all of those departments have helped simplify our somewhat complicated lives. You all give us a sense of a belonging, a home away from home. Elisa, what's your first impression of CIC?
My story is a little bit different than everyone else's. I was really excited about coming here, considering the months of pleading with my parents to let me come here. So obviously, everything was very fascinating for me. I would like to acknowledge the liaison officers who helped us families out from the beginning. You mostly helped our poor parents who are still struggling to register the fact that they were leaving their children oceans away from home. I'm sure you still get hundreds of emails a day or a week from my dad, mom, from all our parents. So all we can do is say thank you. So Henry, what was your first impression of CIC?
I would say it was a warm experience. Like many other students for whom English is not their first language, I was really afraid coming to a new school, especially an English-speaking one. However, when I arrived at CIC, everything was soft. I hear Chinese, a language familiar to me, spoken by the admission officers. They gave me a big welcome, and they took care of everything for me. I would like to thank the admission office, for I, along with other students such as myself, wouldn't have made it without you. I would also like to thank the student development team and all leadership teams. You may never know how grateful we are.
Simply because some of us just don't say thank you.
But mostly because we're unaware of just how much dedication and work you have all put in making our time in CIC as eventful as possible. We would also like to recognize Mr. Freddy,
who is currently away at the moment.
For the 20 years he has spent serving the school and his love for students. He is the man behind the athletic department and the one who made sure the basketball team always got new jerseys, new baskets, and lots of other things.
Let's give it up for Mr. Freddy. Thank you for your devotion and commitment.
CIC has played a huge role in creating the leaders that we are today. We would like to thank CIC for its leadership program and for giving us the chance to further our leadership skills at the Barclay Leadership Center, which has been around since 1984.
Yeah, it's a long time. Here's a little story. So I've been to Barclay twice since coming last year, January, but my most memorable experience there was during the winter retreat. So it was my first time skiing and probably last. I, along with our valedictorian, Carmela, fell so many times we stopped and let everyone else pass us by so we wouldn't cause a domino chain reaction, bringing everyone else down with us. By the end of that trek, we were pros at getting back up, which is something the people at the front weren't so good at. So the lesson behind this, folks, is that you shouldn't be afraid to fall, because by the 10th time, sorry, what's that, Carmela? Yes, 15. By the 15th time, you'll know what it takes to stay up.
Barclay was just like yesterday. I still can't believe we are graduating now. I never thought I would get through English for you, and I'm sure I'm not the only one here. But somehow, we all managed to get through all of our courses, thanks to our loving teachers at CIC. Well, Elisa, what's your most vivid memory of our teachers?
Listen, I have nothing but awesome memories of the teachers here. They, for one, are always in competition with the students over who's best dressed at the various school events. Last semester, we had Miss Simpson, who's somewhere here, dressed as Marge Simpson. And we had our very own prom king, Mo Khalifa, who was dressed as Miley Cyrus, along with Nihal Singh, who came in like a wrecking ball.
Well, the competition is not only limited to dress-up skills, it also goes into basketball skills during the staff versus student games, which, as we know, the students always win.
Well, not the female basketball games. The staff always finishes us off with no mercy. No point mentioning scores.
Regardless of it all, we would like to express our gratitude to all the teachers here at Columbia. You have a tough job, one which you are never thanked for.
Which is why they have us up here thanking you all.
You don't have it easy, considering we are all international students, but you always keep a big smile on your face and do your best to make sure we pass.
Thank you to all the teachers. I remember when I found out I had to take maths, I was so sad. But I was so determined to pass that I went to see the residence tutors every night. I was a regular. I would walk in and Mr. Tomide would ask, "Oh, hey Lisa, how did that test go?" And I would proceed to change that subject.
Our CIC tutors are very dedicated. I remember when our residence tutor, Mr. Segan, would drive from Toronto on the snowy days to help us with our business projects. He would often expect students to come for help earlier, but instead, they would only show up a couple of days before ISPs were all due, asking about chapter 1 of the course. I don't know even how he managed that.
Then there are those who constantly helped us out in the shadows of the school. Those who cleaned up after us,
fixed things we broke, found our lost items, gave us bus passes,
covered our various school events, and made us wear our uniforms correctly. Why lie? We never would have tucked in our shirts otherwise. Which is why we would like to give a big thank you to the college store,
the IT department,
the resident staff,
the cleaning staff,
the media department,
the maintenance staff,
and our wonderful friends in red. Campus safety.
Time passes, we all move on and make new friends. But regardless of what happens, we would like to thank you all, to thank you for contributing to each other's lives, for making high school such a memorable experience.
Through the hallways and in the motion picture which is life, You are not obliged to take up the lead. As a person dear to me once said, live your life above reproach, but never above correction. This is my motto. You already know though. You only live once, that's the motto. Hashtag YOLO. I think we're about done here.
Wait a minute. I think we forgot to mention our fantastic varsity basketball team, the Cougars! They won its first championship in CIC history this year.
Yeah, shout out to the basketball team.
Thank you everyone for coming to this year's May graduation.
And for listening to our long speech. We wish you a wonderful stay in Canada and a safe flight back.
For those graduating, we wish you all the luck in university and in life.
And if luck isn't on your side, make your own luck.
Thank you.